Hi, I'm Tara from Wild Bird Farm, and today we are harvesting our first hydroponic tulips. Join me. I grow here in central Iowa in Zone 5. This is my second year trialing hydroponic tulips during the winter time. So while I'm no expert, I have a lot of lessons learned that I would love to share with you. I was out of state recently for a long weekend, and when I came home to this, tulips that needed to be pulled and pulled quickly. This single white variety is called White Prince, and it's an early variety, and I was pleasantly surprised with most of the stem length. This first evening, I pulled everything that was showing much white at all, and I'll show you how I'm storing them towards the end of the video. These pull right off those spikes in the hydroponic trays. No mess, no dirt. Here you get a little bit better shot. Some of these are farther along than I would have liked them to be, but you get a good shot here of what the roots look like. And because I'm still amazed that I can have beautiful white tulips when there's white stuff on the ground, I took a few photos outdoors in the snow. Indoors, I got better stock of what I was dealing with here, and the ones that had almost started to open, I decided I would enjoy on my countertop. So I'm cutting off those bulbs and popping the stems in fresh, cool water. Here's my bouquet. I'll show you in detail how I'm storing the rest of these towards the end of the video. The next morning, I headed out again, and sure enough, there was a few more ready. Now, I felt like some of these were on the short end. Remember, tulips do elongate 1 inch to 2 inches as they're growing in the vase. So, hoping that most of these would be usable stems. As you can tell, the 2 trays farther to the left are shorter and less formed, although I did find a couple of buds in that shorter tray. And just checking on the temps here, we're right where we want to be, about 60 degrees. It was time for fresh water, so I did that, and then I picked those stems that were ready and headed indoors. Here I'll show you how I am wrapping them to store them for up to a week. I'm just checking over each tulip stem, and as long as that bud isn't too far pushed out or definitely not open, I think they will store okay. I've done this method before. I did it for a lot of them last year since we had such a warm spring. My personal opinion is you can store them easily for a week this way, but for retail bouquets, I don't go past a week. If you were doing event work, I think this would be perfectly fine to store them for a little bit longer, possibly up to 2 or even 3 weeks. Since I don't have my cooler built yet, these will just be stored in a regular fridge for the meantime. Here I am showing you kind of the root growth and where there is a little bit of mold on that bulb, but it's overall still very healthy. The last step here, I'm going to use a stapler just to snug up that brown paper to hold these and make sure they stay straight while they're in their fridge. It's not necessary that you close off the bloom side, but since I had enough paper, I went ahead and stapled down that side too, being careful not to catch any of the green or the flower buds. This little flower package is going to go in the fridge by the 2 that I made up last night, and again, they'll just be in there for a few days until I'm ready to make bouquets, in which time I'll take these out, snip off the bulb, and pop them into fresh water. I've harvested approximately 45 tulips to this point. I think in another day or 2, I will have 60 to 70, and at that point, I am going to put together some little cute market bouquets, and I'll sell those at a local store. So while my plan was to have these White Prince tulips blooming at the same time as my red and pink varieties for Valentine's Day, this is still a nice surprise. Thanks for following this winter tulip journey with me. Please subscribe. I have lots more content to come.